Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is Labor Day, Monday, September 6th, and we are here at Tony Gore Barbecue. This is a place we've talked about trying for years, but it's a pretty good ways out of Gatlinburg, so we just never have, but today we're going to. Kind of excited about it. We've heard a lot of good things about the barbecue place here. We remember Tony Gore from back in the 90s when he was a really good Southern gospel singer, had a lot of good songs. In fact, I'm going to mention a couple of them. He had a song back in the 90s called Thank God. Y'all look it up on YouTube. It's a really, really good song. And Blessed Be the Name of the Lord. Those are the two that I remember him for. But a couple years ago, actually more than that, probably 15 years ago or so, he opened up a barbecue place here in Sevierville. And we've always talked about coming out here to eat, but this road has a lot of traffic on it. So we just don't come out here unless we have to. But today we're already out here. So we're going to give Tony Gore's Ribs and Barbecue a try today, and hopefully it'll be as good as we've heard that it is. So we will let you know. Okay, here are the hours for Tony Gore's Smoky Mountain Barbecue Grill. Those are their hours. So we're going to go in and order, and it smells good, I'll tell you that. They got the smokers going out there, and we're going to go in and order. Okay, we didn't realize this, but as you come in, you actually have the option of ordering off the menu, or they call this the fast track. So here's fried chicken, ribs. I want sweet tea. Did she ask for drink?
Like I said Saturday, I think Teresa said they put 8 pans of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one of our top things we sell.
Setting this up on the wall here. Decor inside, looks like in the back there they got a lot of Southern gospel a lot of Southern gospel pictures here on the wall. Some of these I've never heard of. In fact, I've listened to Southern gospel for years, and most of those I've never heard of. The Anchorman, I know them. I've seen them in person. Bible Tones, I remember them. Different kinds of sauces here. Wow, there's no way to get all this. Looks like Jerry Goff there, I remember him. I think he passed away a few years ago. A lot of Southern gospel singers are here on the wall here. Mark Bishop of the Bishops. As long as I don't see Kenny, that'll be fine. The Gospel Enforcers, that was a local group from back home around Morganton. I've seen them in person several times. Gold City. Wow. Like I say, it just goes all the way around. I'm not going to be able to get everything. But this is the inside, just like a typical Southern barbecue place. Okay, we already have our food, and I ordered the beef brisket and the rib combo. Good helping of ribs there. Okay, we just got done eating, and I did not show y'all the menu. And the reason being is because when I went in there to get the menu, she asked me if I wanted to order off at the fast track, which I did. So we're still trying to figure out some things, how we got our total. We'll say more about that in a minute, but I do want to show you the menu here. This is the front of it, and they got the typical things that most barbecue places have. Yeah, choose your lane. Yeah, the fast track, that's what we did. The lunch special was choose one meat and one side. That was $12.99. That's not what we did. So, I got more to say about this here in just a minute. It's going to be kind of a long review at the end because there's a lot to say. And over here, yes, that's it for the, I know here's some stuff on the back. She's inside now trying to get a breakdown of the charges because we're not quite sure how the total came out to what it did. So we'll say more about that when we find out. Alright, that's the menu. We'll be doing our final review here in just a moment. Okay, well, we just finished eating lunch at Tony Gore's Smoky Mountain Barbecue and Ribs. This is going to be long because there's a lot to say, but we're just going to kind of break down our experience and go ahead and tell what you had and what you thought of each thing.
I got the ribs and macaroni and cheese and the upside down pineapple cobbler. So when I
said it was apples, but it wasn't. It was
it's pineapple. It was good. So when he went inside, we have our dogs with us, so we were going to sit outside. So I was sitting outside with the dogs. He went on in and I guess was talking with the ladies and so forth, and they have like a fast track. It's not really a buffet that you pick stuff, you just point and say what you want.
Yeah. We didn't know that was there.
Yeah.
Which didn't give us a chance to look over the menu, to be honest with you, and do some comparison.
But so he went inside and he put his order in. And so then I went inside. She says he got such and such. I was like, okay. So I just says, well, I'll take the ribs. She says you get 2 sides. She didn't tell me about a lunch special. Or
right.
She says you get 2 sides. I said okay. So I chose the macaroni and cheese and then the cobbler. And then they give you a little buzzer thing, to, when they get your plate ready. So I went back outside with the dogs. Well, let me back up. I got drinks and barbecue sauce and, forks, napkins, whatever. And went and sat down with the dogs with the buzzer. So that was that portion. So it didn't take long for them to bring our food out at all. It wasn't long at all before the buzzer went off. The ribs, I got 2 slabs, and I don't know what's considered half a rack, whole, or whatever. I normally don't get ribs, but they looked really good. So I had a huge, huge portion. The macaroni and cheese was a huge portion. Then you got the roll, and then the cobbler. So I ate about half of my macaroni and cheese because I didn't want to fill up on it. But it was like the baked macaroni and cheese. It had like a cheesy baked top. So I ate all that, of course. That was good.
You didn't eat all macaroni and cheese.
The baked topping part.
Oh, yeah.
I ate all
you
that.
So you left the noodles.
It was just kind of mushy. I mean, it had a really good taste, but the noodles were like overcooked. Like they'd sat there for just a little bit. The cobbler itself, it was good. She gave me a lot of the topping part, which, I would normally say, yeah, that's my favorite part, but you still need a little bit of fruit to kind of balance out the sweetness. But it was good. It tasted good. The ribs, they were fall off the bone. I mean, they were good. They had a really good taste. They were very tender. The barbecue sauce, I got the family recipe. It was good. I mean, I couldn't eat all of it, so I have a takeout box. And normally, we don't do that unless we just absolutely are stuffed. And I'm stuffed. But yeah, it was a good experience. I mean, the only thing was I wish she had told me about the lunch special. One side, one meat and bread. I would have gotten that instead. But I mean, I enjoyed my meal. It tasted good.
Okay.
Service was good.
Okay. You done?
Yeah, if I think of anything else, I'll
Okay.
just interject.
First thing I want to say is our ticket, and I didn't. I wasn't up there when she paid. I mean, it come out off my card, but I was going around recording the different things on the wall, and I didn't know what it cost. Otherwise, I would have stopped her. But anyway.
Well, I didn't know how much anything
Yeah,
was.
I know. Our bill totaled $66 and change.
That's with tip.
Yeah, with that included the tip. But to be honest with you, that's the most by far I've ever paid at a barbecue place ever. I don't think I've ever paid that close to that much for 2 plates anyway. I mean, yeah, if you got your family with you, whole family. But for 2 plates, that's by far the most I've ever paid. Now, the flip side of that is that's by far the most food I've ever gotten at a barbecue place.
They
So,
give you a lot.
yeah.
Your sides are big.
To be honest with you, have you ever seen me at a barbecue place put anything in a to-go box? Half of my ribs are in the to-go box because I'm hurting. In fact, I didn't know if I could get out of the chair. I asked her if she'd go get the truck and then pick me up and put me in it. And you'd think I'd ask something unreasonable. But anyway, I will say this, though. When I walked in, I was expecting to tell me, we're going to sit outside and they bring a menu out and we'd look over and order. I wish I had gotten the chance to do that because she says, well, do you want to order off of our fast track? It's right here. Really didn't have a chance to look at the menu. So I just asked her, I said, do you have brisket? There's a $3 upcharge if you get brisket as one of your meats. I didn't know that. She didn't tell me that. If there's one negative I would like to say is you need to let people know that before they order it, not just smile and say, okay.
Yeah, 'cause
let people know that because it's on the menu, but I hadn't seen the menu.
it just says down here
Yeah.
at the bottom, 2 meats, $26.99, and
Yeah.
it just says half a rack rib upgrade,
Yeah.
$4.99.
So I did get the 2 meats. I had heard good things about the
Oh wait,
ribs.
it does little print right here. Substitute beef brisket for 1 meat choice for $3.
It is on the menu. I didn't say it wasn't on the menu. I'm saying I had not seen the menu.
Right, yeah.
And I didn't, when I went in, she kind of ushered me over that way. So I just went ahead and ordered off of that and didn't realize that beef brisket was $3 charge. I'd heard the brisket was good here. I'd heard the ribs were good here. So I got both. I did get the 2 meat combo plus the $3 upcharge. That made my meal $29.99. And then she did tell me about the lunch special, 1 meat and 1 side, but who wants that? You know, I wanted to try a lot more than that. Apparently she didn't tell her when she came in. So she ended up getting the 1 meat and 2 sides, which was, I think, $15.99.
Yeah, because she just says, okay,
Yeah.
she says, well,
Plus
you
the
pick what
tip,
you
plus the
want.
drinks, $3 a piece. It all come out right, but oh goodness, I'm gonna be honest with you, folks. This was I've never paid that much for barbecue. I've never had that much barbecue.
Yeah, the portions are very generous.
I thought you were done.
So
No,
if
I'm
I think of anything else, I'll
I'm
interject
just
it.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I want to say this. I go to a lot of barbecue places, and I usually get combos. If I want to try ribs and brisket, I get both. Any other place, when you go and get a combo, you get like maybe 3 ribs or 4. I think I had 6 or 7. It was like 2 slabs of ribs plus the beef brisket portion, which in itself was a meal. If I had ordered either one of those by themselves, it would have been a meal. So that's why I'm hurting right now, because if I pay that much, I don't like to take it home and have to eat it later. But they would have been calling an ambulance if I had finished those ribs. So honestly, the portions were humongous. That's the only way I can say it. The ribs, I've never had so many ribs in my life as a combo. The ribs were fall off the bone. That's what she said. That's what we had heard before. I mean, you can put one in your mouth and pull the bone out clean. In fact, that's what I did several times. They were that tender. The ribs were probably, I don't know if I've had any ribs around here any better than that. Probably the best ribs in the area that I've had so far. The brisket was on par with probably what I've had in other places. This might have been a little cooked a little bit too long, maybe a little dry. But once you got the sauce on it, it was good. Had a good flavor. I like the macaroni and cheese. She wasn't as impressed with hers. It was like a cafeteria style baked macaroni and cheese, and it had that ooey gooey topping on the top that I love.
Well, the top, that's what I said I liked it.
Yeah, but I like the noodles too. Excuse me. Y'all forgive me. Like I say, my
full.
food's up to right here right now. So I love the macaroni and cheese. I would definitely get that as a side. Again, coleslaw was really good. Some people don't know how to do coleslaw. Some do. They got really good coleslaw. The portions on the sides were pretty good size too. So all in all, I would say if you come here, you're probably going to pay a little more than the average barbecue place, but you're going to get a lot more.
Come hungry, because they will feed you.
Come hungry.
Yeah.
Don't plan on eating again the rest of the day. Don't eat before you come. Don't eat breakfast. If you come here for lunch, forget breakfast.
They've got some amazing looking desserts
Yeah,
there,
they
but I
do.
don't see how
I
anybody
don't see
could
how
be.
anybody could order one.
Yeah, unless it take it to go
yeah.
or something. But it did look good.
So yeah, overall favorable rating. I would come back. I will read the menu before I come back and know what I'm going to get ahead of time, because I felt like when I walked in, she just pointed that out, and I thought, well, might as well. It's quicker than waiting on them to cook it. And I really didn't know what I was doing, so I ended up spending a lot more than I wanted to. Ended up eating a lot more than I should have. So if gluttony's a sin, I've got some praying to do. But honestly, I mean, yeah, the quality of the food was really good. It was really good. So I would recommend the place, but like she said, come hungry if you're gonna come here.
Yeah.
Are we forgetting anything? I'm trying to cover everything.
I don't know. They got nice outdoor seating. That's where we sat with the dogs. Inside.
The downside of that is every fly in the neighborhood comes to eat here too. So.
But the inside was nice. I mean, it was nice and kind of rustic feel.
Yeah, just like your typical barbecue.
Yeah.
Except it doesn't. And one thing I will say I really like is that you hear Southern gospel music playing. I don't really like to go somewhere and hear rock music, country music, and you know, whatever else. I like the Southern gospel, 1980s, 1990s Southern gospel music playing. It's pleasant to listen to while you eat. And Tony Gore, like I said, was one of the best Southern gospel singers. I remember him when he started out with a group called the Wilburns back, I'm going to say about 1989, 1990 maybe. He sang that song with the Wilburns, God's Promised Land. He had the lead vocals on that. Beautiful song. Then he went solo, had a lot of good songs. Tony Gore's a great singer. And he's got a good restaurant with good food. Didn't get to meet him today. I don't know how often he's here, but didn't get to see him. Was kind of hoping we would have. But anyway, I would give it a thumbs up.
Yep, I would too.
Now I'm going to lay down for a little bit.
He's going to waller back
Let
to
her
the
drive.
truck.
Yeah. So thank y'all for watching, like, and subscribe.